All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to the very end of the line, the final chapter of the entire Bible, Revelation 22. We're going to see how one of the most epic stories ever told finally wraps up.
So you have to ask yourself, after everything, creation, the fall, redemption, all of it, how does this massive story actually end? Well, Revelation 22 gives us the answer, and it is a powerful, stunning conclusion that brings the whole narrative full circle, right back to where it all began.
You see, to really get the ending, you have to remember the beginning. If the book of Genesis is what you'd call paradise lost, then Revelation is truly paradise regained. It's like a perfect literary bookend. Where a curse was first pronounced, the text now says there shall be no more curse. Where humanity was kicked out and banned from the tree of life, well, now we're told access is completely restored. It's a beautiful, perfect symmetry.
So let's step inside, shall we? Let's take a little tour of this restored paradise. The vision John describes is built around two incredible, life-giving features, a river and a tree. First up, you have this magnificent river. It's described as a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal. And get this, it flows directly from the throne of God and the Lamb. This isn't just any water. It's a symbol of a pure, unending, totally unpolluted source of divine life, peace, and happiness. And, you know, it's easy for us to forget, but the theologian J.A. Siss really put this into perspective. He said that for people back then, a plentiful supply of pure water was the ultimate sign of life and blessing. So this river, it's that idea cranked up to its absolute perfect form.
Now, right alongside this incredible river, we see the return of another really important symbol, the tree of life. Yep, this is the very same tree that humanity was blocked from way, way back in Genesis, and now here it is, standing right in the heart of this restored world.
And this isn't just any old tree. The text says it grows on both sides of the river, which is a cool image, and it produces 12 different kinds of fruit, a new one every single month. It speaks of constant, unending, and varied abundance. But its leaves have an even deeper purpose. They are for the healing of the nations. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. The original Greek word used here for healing is therapeion. We get our word therapeutic from it. And it doesn't just mean fixing a sickness that's already there. It's more like health-giving. It implies a constant state of wellness, a world that doesn't need to be repaired anymore because it's being sustained in perfect health.
Okay, so the place sounds amazing, but what about the people? What's it actually like to live there? What does daily life look like when the fundamental rules of our existence are totally rewritten?
Well, it all boils down to this one, single, absolutely game-changing line. There shall be no more curse. That one promise reverses everything that went wrong in the Garden of Eden. All the pain, the struggle, the separation from God, even death itself. All of it. Gone. Forever.
So what does that new reality look like? Well, it means perfect restoration. It means people will serve God, but not like hard, painful labor, more like a perfect, joyful partnership. It says they will see God's face, which is a complete transformation. God himself will be the light source, giving perfect illumination, and they'll reign forever in a state of what the text calls perfect exaltation.
But really, if you boil it all down, the single biggest takeaway is this: intimacy. The barrier, the thing that separated humanity from God, is just gone, completely removed. What was once impossible is now the constant reality, direct, unfiltered, face-to-face community with God.
I mean, just stop and think about that phrase for a second. They shall see his face. In the Old Testament, even Moses, a guy who talked with God, was told you can't see God's face and live. But in this new reality, the greatest blessing imaginable, what one writer called the heaven of heaven, is that everyone will see his face.
And just as the book and the whole Bible is about to close, the tone changes. It's not just describing paradise anymore. It becomes a direct, personal, and urgent invitation. It's a call to action for anyone, anywhere, who hears this message. So who's invited to this party? Well, the text makes the guest list incredibly broad. It's for anyone who hears the words. It's for anyone who thirsts, feels that deep spiritual need for something more. And then finally, it just throws the doors wide open and says it's for whoever desires. The only ticket you need is just the desire to come.
This is really the climax of that call. It's not about being good enough or having it all figured out or cleaning up your life first. It's this incredibly simple, profound offer. If you want it, you can come and take this water of life.
and it costs you nothing. It's offered freely.
But then, right on the heels of that beautiful, wide-open invitation, the tone slams shut. It shifts dramatically, and the book gives us one final, very stern warning.
Yeah, that shift is jarring, and it's absolutely supposed to be. It's like the book is saying, listen, this message is so vital, so final, that it is sealed with the command to protect it. Do not mess with this.
The warning has 2 parts, and they're super specific. Rule number 1, do not add a single word to this prophecy. Rule number 2, do not take a single word away. And the consequences laid out are incredibly severe. Basically, anyone who adds to it gets the plagues from the book, and anyone who takes away from it loses their spot in the holy city. And then we get to final words of testimony directly from Jesus in the whole Bible. It's both a promise and a warning, all wrapped in one, and it really emphasizes this sense of urgency. Surely I am coming quickly.
So how does the entire Bible end? Not with a complicated theological treatise, but with a simple, powerful cry from the human heart. The author just responds with a prayer that has been echoed for centuries. Even so, come Lord Jesus. It leaves us with this incredible sense of hope and longing. And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? If this is how the story ends, how should we live right now?